Hi guys, welcome back. Uncle Beard again. Continuing on with our basic knife skills. Now this next one's probably going to cause a little bit of controversy because we're going to talk about batoning. Yeah, I'm probably going to get slated for this video, but we're going to talk about batoning with your knife and not a full tang knife. We're going to use the good old Mora Cans bar and we're going to batten with it. So stay with me guys. So firstly, what you want to do, now I've only got a small piece of split wood here. In an ideal situation you want to be on a log or a tree stump or something like that, but we're out in my back garden, so this is going to be as work surface. So get that down, a good bed. Now when we talk about batoning, there's two types of batoning that are useful and do have a place. I'm not talking about processing down great big pieces of wood. I would always use an axe for that. I'm a big advocate of axes, as you can see, and I will always, if I'm going out for prolonged periods of time, I will have an axe in some form or another. But batoning with a knife does have its place, and there are some techniques that are really good. So first off, I'm going to talk about cross grain batoning. Now in the previous video we talked about stop cuts. Now stop cuts can be speeded up by what they call cross grain batoning. Now cross grain batoning is as simple as it sounds. Okay, so cross grain batoning. So basically, you want your knife in your non-dominant hand. Think about knife and fork. That's what I always say. So cross grain batoning. You're going to have your knife at 90 degrees, and you take your baton, and you're just going to tap. Okay. See how deep that's gone quite quickly. And then push cut. So there we go. It's as simple as that. Hell of a lot faster, easier on the hands than using the rocking motion that we talked about when we were doing the stop cuts. So that's batoning for stop cuts, cross grain batoning. Again, like I say with the stop cuts, baton can be used. You can upscale it to whatever you need. So yeah, I didn't hurt my knife, you know, tapped it 2 or 3 times with a heavy baton. So that's your cross grain batoning. Now one thing I will say about batoning with a knife is, like any tool, now any of the tradesmen out there will tell you that any tool has a safe working load, whether that be a hammer, a knife, a screwdriver, a crowbar, a nail bar, whatever. You know, you're not going to break up a great big concrete pad with a little claw hammer. You're going to go get the right tool for the right job. And a knife is just a tool. It has a safe working load. So don't overdo the safe working load of the knife, and there's no reason why you can't batten with that knife. Now the rule of thumb is half the width of the blade is the only thing that should be battening. Now just before we move on to what people see people doing batoning, which is through grain batoning or straight down working with the grain batoning, another technique that batoning is quite good for is removing branches. Now this probably isn't the best piece of wood, but if you can imagine, that's a long straight piece of pine or larch, and you've got loads of branches sticking out. What you probably want to be doing is bracing that against your shoulder. See if I can do this, and be battening through. That's you're getting a good clean cut through that, nice and safe. You're not forcing loads of power into it. So you're just using the baton to help you through, to chisel through those branches. So nice and simple. Again, We're not going crazy. We're not trying to batten through a railway sleeper or a telegraph pole with a pocket knife, you know. We're staying within the safe working load of that knife. We've got ourselves a good batten. We're not using anything crazy, you know. We're not using a great big something that again is beyond the safe working load of your hands. That's a good, I mean, that for me, that's a good comfortable batten. The Cansbal will batten. It is only a thin knife, but it's a very strong knife. Now, I have deliberately tried to batten through some gnarly stuff with this knife, and the knife's still here to live the tale. So if you follow some simple rules when you're battening, then there's no reason why you can't batten with anything, really. I've seen people batten with Swiss Army knives. So, right, so through grain battening, or working with the grain. Now I've got some, this is kiln dried firewood, this type they buy at the supermarket, you know, in the bags. And we're going to batten through this. Now, what I say to people is, don't think that you're cutting a cake. Try and think about the forces involved. Now that's the thickest part of the wood there. You don't cut a block of cheese from middle outwards, do you guys? So think about what you're trying to do. Are you battening down for kindling? Yes, you are, more than likely. Or you're processing down, you know, you're trying to process down a thinner piece of wood that you can work with. So you're not going to batten right from the middle out if you've only got a small knife like this. So the forces involved is you're only trying to push off small amounts of wood. So what we're going to do is we're going to just start there. Think of it like slicing cheese. You don't slice cheese, you slice cheese in slices. You don't start in the middle of the block of cheese. So we've got the knife at a good position. We're at a good 90-degree angle. Now I'm not going to start battening the tip of the knife just yet until I've got in. So we're in. One tap, we're in. 2, 3, we're through. Yeah, nice and safe. You know, I'm not wailing on that knife. I'm not absolutely hammering the life out of the knife. And we've split what we need to split off. Now again, look at your piece of wood. Right, what am I splitting next? Right, we'll go to this corner. Yeah, same again. Hit the back above the wood first. Don't hit the tip first. So that's in. Okay, first tap. Straight away. Work your wood round again. All the time you're looking at cutting pieces off. You're not trying to do equals. I see a lot of people when they're battening, straight away, piece of wood like that sort of size, straight away they'll aim for the middle, the fattest part. That's not what you want to be doing. Think about it, right? We're not slicing a cake, are we? Right. Over the wood. Your first blow over the wood to get your knife good and bedded in. First blow, look how far that went in. 2 taps, not big blows, 2 taps. See how far that went in? Alright, this is kiln dried, but the principle's the same. Stay away from that tip as far as you can. Straight through. Notice, as we get thinner, it's getting easier. I'm putting less force in. We're battening, guys. We're battening. I'm not wailing on it, am I? Just taps now, look. without a kindling size, without a feather stick size, you know. We're just feather stick size, aren't we? We're processing wood. So, what you want to be doing, like I say, try focus on slicing off smaller pieces. You don't have to whale straight down through the middle of that. That's not what you were trying to do. If you want to split it into 2 big pieces, you know, use an axe. That's not an axe. That's a fine tool, and it should be treated with a little bit of respect. Treat it with a bit of respect, you won't have any problems. Right. I think that's all I need to say on that subject. Quite a simple technique, really, batoning. You shouldn't be frightened of it, and don't believe the hype. Batoning's possible even with something that doesn't have a full tang. Right, that's all for now, guys. I'm Uncle Beard. Get out there, do something outdoors. Doesn't matter if you're in the garden, it doesn't matter if you're in the local park. Go do some tree identification, practice with your knife. Do it in the kitchen. It sweeps up, you know. Just get out there. You don't have to have access to 30,000 acres of woodland. You don't have to be in the middle of boreal forests. You know, it's more important just to get out there and get practicing. But stay safe and stay legal. Cheers, guys. See you soon. Uncle Beard, out.